law of motion. Then comes momentum, which is the product of mass and velocity. I talked to you about change in momentum, that is impulse. I talked to you about second law of motion, which says that rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to applied and balanced force, and from there you get dp by dt is equal to f, where f is equal to d by dt of mv. There are three possibilities. If mass is constant and v is a variable, then you are going to get ma. If velocity is a constant, f will become equal to v into dm by dt, and if both are variable, you are going to get v into dm by dt plus ma. These are the equations of these are the second law of motion. Then I told about third law of motion. In third law of motion, I told you for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. F12 is equal to minus F21, and then we started talking about free body diagrams. Yes, where I told you whenever you have complex scenarios where you have multiple body, pulley or anything. Today I am going to add pulley everything in my class. Whenever you are going to have complex scenarios, you can make it simple by using free body diagram. Free body diagram is breaking the whole thing into part by part and solving the forces on each body. Okay. So, in the previous class I just told you how to write the forces. For example, if an object is lying on a horizontal surface, for example something like this, surface is there and I am having an object, mass m, downwards will be mg, upwards will be normal reaction n, or some books will write r also. R or n means same, normal reaction. So, this is the action, that is the reaction. If there is no other force acting on it, these are the only forces n and mg, isn't it? And if I apply a force F, then if this force is greater than the frictional force, body moves towards right and the frictional force acts towards left. So, this frictional force is going to come into picture only when there is an applied force. Today I will talk about friction also. So, today my agenda is to talk to you in detail about some things which are tension in string. I am going to talk about contact forces. I am going to talk about pulley mechanisms, which is the heart of mechanics. This topic is the heart of mechanics. If you are aiming for JEE or NEET examination, this is the key behind mechanics topic itself. If you are not good in pulley system, you will have a lot of problem in the future. I am going to touch the topic today, pulley system, and then I am going to talk about friction. This is my today's target. One more topic is there, but I am not writing it now. If time permits, I will go to that. But definitely today's class, we are going to learn about contact forces, we are going to learn about tension in string, we are going to learn about pulley mechanisms, and then we are going to learn about friction. One by one we will go. Okay. So, first let us talk about the contact forces. So, all of you please give the heading as contact forces. Contact forces. Okay. Please pay attention, learn the concept. I will give time for copying. Copying is least important task in my class. Understand the concepts. Okay. So, now what I am going to have? I am going to have, suppose, one body A, another body B, or let me take its mass as m1 and its mass as m2. Okay. By now you realize that both the masses independently will have an action mg downwards and normal upwards. m1g, for that n1 will be there, m2g, n2 will be there. And since m1g and n1 are equal, the body is having no motion in vertical direction. If I am standing in front of you, whatever is my mass multiplied by g is my weight acting downwards towards center of the earth, and normal is acting in the upward direction. If I am not going down or I am not flying above, both are equal. If upward force would have been more than downward force, I will start flying. If downward force would have been more than upward force, I will start going down. None of that is happening. I am on the floor. It means whatever is the downward force and whatever is the upward force, They are balancing each other. Am I right? Third law of motion, action, reaction. Okay. Now, I am not representing that in this diagram because they are equal. They cancel out each other. So, I am not representing it. Imagine I apply a force on the body M1F. What will happen? This M1 will go, come in contact with M2, and after that, if the force is sufficient enough to move it, they both will start moving together. Do you agree with me? They both will start moving together in the right side. I hope you are agreeing with me. Any problem in that? Now, if I ask you whether any force is applied directly on M2? No. M2 was just kept. M1 is applying force on M2, am I right? So, can I say that M1 will apply same force as F on M2? It will not be correct to select that. The force which acts between M1 and M2, this force is only called as contact force F. Again, action reaction. That is, when M1 will apply a force on M2, M2 will also apply a force on M1. Always valid, action reaction. If I am going to try to move the wall will also try to move me. And since we both are equal, I am not able to move the wall. If my force would have been more than the wall's force, the wall would have moved. Then I should be Hulk. Otherwise, I cannot move it. Because whatever force I apply, it will also apply the same force, cutting my force. Isn't it? So, here, if M1 is giving a force on M2 to move in the front direction, M2 will also give the same force in the backward direction. These kind of forces acting between two bodies due to its contact is called as contact forces. Okay? And I said both will move in this direction with an acceleration that will be same. It is not like this will move fast, this will move slow, no. They are together now, they both will move together. Their acceleration will be same. I hope you agree to whatever I have said. If anybody has any doubt at any point, stop me. Otherwise, I will continue further. Now, I got to know about this diagram. Now, I am going to draw the FBD, we learned in the last class, of both the bodies separately. So, first I am going to take M1 body and I am going to study the forces acting on it. This side, what is acting? Applied force F. Opposite side, what is acting? Why frictional force? Contact force, man. Friction I have not taught till now. Contact force F. And the body is moving in net in which direction? Towards right with acceleration A. So, net force will be M1A. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. This force is what? Net force. What is the meaning of net force? Not total. Net force means whether after F is more than F, then only it is moving, right? See, if these both force would have been equal, the body will move, huh? No, right? Since capital F is greater than small f, the body is moving towards the right. So, this is the result of that. So, I can say that M1A is because F is more than F. So, net force F minus F only will become equal to M1A. Is it true? If I apply force in this direction, 100 Newton. That side Bhupesh is standing. He is applying 20. I am applying 100, he is applying 20. With what net force the body will move? 80. How you got 80? 100 minus 20. Isn't it? So, here F minus F will give the net force, which will be M1A. This equation is clear to you? This equation has come from free body diagram of the first mass. Same way, if I take the second mass M2, what force is acting on it? This side, action, reaction. What reaction? F. No other force, I think. One net force is acting. Net force is how much? M2A. Why M1A for this? Because mass is M1, so M1 in this direction. Why M2A? Because mass is M2, M2A in this direction. I am drawing free body diagram separately for both the bodies to understand. Now, I am going to get the equation M2A is equal to F, isn't it? Net force M2A should only be equal to F, that's why body is moving that side. So, now, if you write all this, any problem, guys? Yeah. So, I have got two equations, M1A is equal to F minus F, M2A is equal to F. Now, I am putting the value of F here. What I am going to get, you see, m1a is equal to F minus m2a. So, F is going to be equal to m1a plus m2a, or F will become equal to m1 plus m2 into a. You may scold me now saying that what is there in this? Force is equal to mass into acceleration. So, force is equal to total mass into acceleration. Why you want to derive all these things? Ultimately, I am going to get F is equal to ma, and since both masses are together, it is m1 plus m2, and a is the acceleration. So, you can directly write m1 plus m2 into a. Why this much difficulty? Because in any examination, they won't ask you to find the force or the acceleration. They will ask you to find the contact force. And you can find a contact force only if you have these equations. I hope you are getting what I am trying to tell. Don't think they will ask you body 2 kg, body 5 kg, applied force is 20 Newton, what is acceleration? You can easily find. F is known, m1 plus m2 is known, divide and get the answer. They won't ask that. 5 kg, 10 kg, 20 Newton, what is the contact force between m1 and m2? Now what you will do? You have to solve this equation only, no? I hope you are getting my point. That is how we have to use the logic of contact forces. Is it clear to you? If it is clear, copy it fast. I will go to the more complex scenarios after this. This is starting today. Copy it fast, fast, fast. Don't take much time. Don't take much time, please.
I have a doubt, sir.
Please ask me, Varshini.
Sir, in the second case, the force applied by an object of mass 1 is greater than our applied force, sir. To move the object of mass 2.
Tell me again what you said. The force applied by the mass 1 on mass 2 is greater than the force applied by what?
No, sir. The object of mass 2 is moved because of the force applied by the object of mass 1, sir.
Yes.
So, in that case, the force applied on mass 1 is greater than our force, or like what? I'm not getting it clearly, sir.
See, I'll tell you once again. Until this body was separate, there was no force acting on it. Do you agree with me, Varshini? In this scenario, the force acting on M2 was 0, right? It is at rest, nothing is acting. And M1 was having a force of F. If M1 was moving towards right, it is only possible that applied force is more than the frictional force, right, Varshini? So, body M1 was moving. Now, M1 is moving, and if M1 goes and connects with M2, then the force required will become more to move them, obviously common sense. And if we apply the sufficient force to move both the objects together, then both the objects starts moving together towards right side. Do you agree with me? If both the objects starts moving together towards right, then think for a while, you will understand this F is not acting directly between M1 and M2, isn't it? F is acting only on M1. M1 is going and giving a force on M2. Will that be equal to F? No. Why it should be equal to F? It will not be equal to F. The force that M1 offers on M2, that is only called as the contact force, and that is only what we are going to find in this topic. So, yeah, tell me.
Consider as the net for that object as the mass.
Tell again.
That the contact force is considered as the net force of the object of mass 2, right, sir?
Not net force. The contact force is considered to be, for M2 it becomes net force because M2 is now having no other force. Imagine if I would have had another mass here, M3, then I will get another contact force here. That will act on M2. Are you getting my point? We will talk about this. I am going to do that only next. Next is the third body will come. So, first you copy this, I will come to next concept, then it will be more clear for you. Shall I go to the next page?
Yes, sir.
I can? I hope all of you have copied this. If yes, let me move to next page, and now I am going to give you a question, not question, some condition. there are M1, another body is there M2, another body is there M3. You are going to properly make the equations of all the three bodies. Do it fast. The force is acting towards right, all the three bodies are moving towards right. Everybody of you start making your equations. I am going to ask you separately. I will take your name and ask you what is your equation. Okay? Make it fast. Draw the forces and draw the free body diagram of each body separately. M1 separately, M2 separately, M3 separately. Make it fast, please, please, fast. I hope all of you are making their own diagrams, and I can say that some contact force will act here. I am naming it as F1, and some other contact force will act here. I am naming it as F2. I hope all of you agree that there will be different contact forces. And then I am drawing, you draw your own thing, I am drawing my own thing, okay? Don't copy from my.
Sir, will the contact force of M2 and M3, will that affect the first object?
No, it will just affect the second object. Just check your diagrams from my diagram and match whether you have drawn the correct diagrams or not. If your diagram is matching with what I have drawn, then your free body diagrams are perfectly correct. Otherwise, you have made some mistake. Check whether your diagrams are matching with what I have drawn or not. If it is matching, good, you have understood the concept. Otherwise, check where you are going wrong. I will do it now, check from there, okay. So now I hope some people have made the equations. I will ask one by one. First I am going to ask to Kanishka G. Kanishka. Since only one Kanishka is there, no problem today of initial. Yes, Kanishka, please tell me the first equation for the first body.
Sir,
Yeah, equation.
equation is M1A
Good.
equal to F minus F1.
Great. You are perfectly right. The second equation I will give a chance to Meneja.
M2A is equal to F1 minus F2.
Great. Very good. Third I will give the chance to Bhupesh. M3A is equal to F2. Now what I am going to do, this F2 value I am going to put here. What I will get? M2A is equal to F1 minus M3A. Do you agree with me? And from here you will get F1 is equal to M2 plus M3 into A. Do you agree with me? This F1 value I am going to put here, and I am going to get M1A is equal to F minus What is this? M2 plus M3 into A. Rearrange it, you will get F is equal to same like the previous thing, M1 plus M2 plus M3 into A. So, acceleration of the body will become equal to F by M1 plus M2 plus M3. But again I am repeating, they are not going to ask you find acceleration or find force. They are going to ask you find the contact force between M1 or M2 or find the contact force between M2 and M3. That can only be got if you have these equations made correctly. Otherwise, you will not be able to get answers from this kind of questions. Is it clear to you? Anybody has any doubt in this? Believe me, today what I am going to teach, what I am teaching now, is a part of even NEET and JEE of 12th. I will open the question now, past year question of NEET and JEE also, and I will show you how the questions are coming from here. Can I go to the next page? Is it clear to everybody? Contact force is clear to everybody now? Sure? I hope nobody has doubt. Right. Now let me give the heading as tension in the string. First of all, understand the meaning of the word tension. It is not the tension that you are getting because of studying too much, which you are not doing. Oh, this tension is something related to being pulled. Imagine you have a rope, okay? If I am having a rope and if I am hanging the rope like this, it will be having no tension. But same rope, if I am going to give a force like this, it will get some kind of tension, like guitar strings. They are having tension. But same guitar string, if you open, it will become loose. Do you agree with me? Same guitar will become loose because there is no tension, and same guitar string will be having tension because of stretched. I hope you are getting my point. Imagine in the ceiling I have a rope hanging. Rope, if you check, no tension, nothing is there. But same rope, if you hang with my bottle, it will be stretched, it will get tension. So, are you getting what is the meaning of tension? Tension is the force coming in the string which is being subjected to any load, any mass, any weight. So, if there is any weight, then it will be subjected to some kind of tension. I hope you are getting my point, isn't it? Now, let me tell you in this way. Imagine there is an object here of mass m1. Please pay attention. And there is a mass here m2. Between them, there is a string. Between mass m1 and m2, there is a string. String means a rope. Imagine a rope. Now, I am going to give a force like this on m1. What will happen? m1 will slowly move towards m2. Rope, no, it will crush, and finally it will become like contact force. Am I right? But if I give a force like this, what is going to happen? Yeah, m1 will try to pull m2, and there is going to be a tension coming between m1 and m2. Do you agree with me? I hope you are feeling it. I am pulling m1, but m2 will be pulled along with it. Why it will be pulled along with m1? Because of tension between m1 and m2. Now I am going to talk about the tension force, very similar to contact force. So, body is moving towards left, the force here will be m1a for this body it will be m2a. Once again, if I draw the free body diagram, m1 towards left, force, towards right, tension, towards this m1a. Equation very similar, m1a is equal to F minus T. Any problem in this? I hope no problem is there. Second body, m2. Is there any force acting directly? No, but tension is acting, this direction, T. Net force this direction, how much? m2a. So, I will write m2a is equal to what? T. T goes here, m1a will become equal to what? F minus m2a, and F will become equal to, once again, what I thought, m1 plus m2 into a. Always valid, second law of motion. But once again, they won't ask you to find this, they will ask you to find tension. Is it clear to you? If it is clear to you, Take three masses m1, m2 and m3, and similar to what I gave in the previous topic, try to make the equation of tension between them fast. Fast, 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 don't take much time. m1, m2, m3, and there is two ropes between them, and you are giving a force F1 here. Not F1, F here. Tell me, what are the equations? Don't take much time. First of all, you copy this and then make the equations of the second question. Do it fast, don't take much time. Yashri, if you are hearing me, tell me what is the equation of the first body, m1.
M1 is equal to F minus T1, sir.
Very good. What is the equation for second body, Karthikeyan? What is the equation of second body, Karthikeyan? Fast. I hope you are listening. I am not able to hear you. Right, Tanya? You can try second equation.
Sir, M2A equal to T1 minus T2.
Good. Okay. Next is Kritika.
Sir, MTA is equal to T2.
Good. So all of you have learned how to make equation now. No problem in this. So by this equation, you can put T2 value there, T1 value there, you will get F is equal to M1 plus M2 plus M3 into A, isn't it? So these things are clear to you? Sure? Now can I show you some question from JE? See, not even school level, we have gone above one level above school. Let me open one worksheet. Why are you worrying? To make you feel that things are not difficult. Its only thing is you want to get clarity about the concept. If you are strong in concept, then anything is easy. If you are not strong, everything is tough. Yes. So, take this question, question number 6. Are you able to see? It's a question in past JE paper. Question is visible to you? Tell me the answer fast, don't take much time. 3 equal masses, 1 kg as shown in figure, are accelerated with an acceleration 2 meter per second square. Tension T2 is how much? Solve and tell me. I hope it is visible to you. 1 kg, 1 kg, 1 kg. Make it fast. Two Newton. So here Darshan and Sarvanan are saying 2 Newton. Santosh, yes. Again I am repeating. You understood I took your name. Be happy with that. Until you have fight with your brother. Okay. So 2 is the answer given by Santosh and Darshan. Anybody else who has some other answer? 2. Agree to what they are saying. Others, do you agree with 2 or you want to say some other answer?
Same, sir.
Same? Okay. I hope you got how 2 has come. First you will find acceleration is given to you here. Equation you will make. So what will be T2? T2 will be M2A, isn't it? Q2 will become equal to this. If I am taking this as M, then M into A. What is M? 1. What is A? 2. 2 into 1 is how much? Over, nothing is required. You know the equation, right? For first body it will become F minus T1 is equal to 1A. For second body it will become T1 minus T2 is equal to 1A. For third body T2 is equal to 1 into A. A is how much? 2. So 2 is the T2 value, isn't it? Anybody has doubt in this? I hope no. Yes, you may think how this simple question is coming because many are not knowing the concept of this thing. Come to question number 13, fast. See. Three blocks of masses 4, 8, 24 kg are connected to each other with light strings and placed on a smooth horizontal surface as shown in figure. If system moves with an acceleration of 2 meter per second square, applied force F is how much?
72, yeah.
70? How 72 came?
Option B.
Yes. M1 plus,
Sir, by the,
yes.
sir, M1 plus M2 plus M3 into 1,
A,
sir.
yes. Are you seeing? Okay. Let me give another question to you. Question number 19. Solve it fast. Question number 19. Six? Anybody else? Any answer? 6 Newton is the answer told by here people. So 4 into A. First of all, A you can find easily, isn't it? A will become equal to F by MA plus MB plus MC. F is how much? 14. 14 divided by 4 plus 2 plus 1 will be 7. So A will be 2 meter per second square. Without even touching the pen we can solve. A will be 2 meter per second square. For the first body A, it will become 2 into 4, that is 8, is equal to F minus small f. So 14 minus F is equal to 8. So what will be F?
6.
6. Got it? See, questions, now you have learned the concept freshly. You are immediately saying the answer. But you may think why it is so simple and why the people are saying this exam is too tough. Because they have to study 28 chapters of physics, similar number of chemistry and similar number of bio or math for NEET or JEE. So, in one day they have to remember 100 chapters to write the examination, and that is where it becomes difficult. Now you are learning in that 100 chapter, one chapter, that too one small topic of that one chapter. So, it looks simple to you, but as a whole if you see, no, it becomes, that is why I am telling you, whenever you learn something, learn with concept. If you mug up and learn, you cannot do anything in the examination. Leave competitive. In school exam also you cannot do anything in 11th and 12th. If until now you are having a habit of remembering and writing the examination, it won't work out in 11th and 12th, because 11th and 12th you will have to understand the concept, only then you can write the examination well. Okay? I hope you are clear with all the concept of contact forces and tension. Is it clear? There are some more questions I can solve if you want, but let us go to the next concept. Then I will, time permits, I will come back to this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, now as per the plan, what do we plan today? We have completed this, pulley mechanism, something interesting. Pulley mechanism, give the heading as pulley. Okay. Please pay attention. So, what is pulley? Makes our work easy, isn't it? Nowadays we don't use much. Earlier we used to have, here also one pulley is there, see there? Pulley is there. Can you feel that? This is pulley only, guys. Pulley only, you know. We used to fetch water from the well in the earlier times by pulley. So, if there is a well, if you have a bucket, if you have a rope, you can get the water easily. Throw the bucket in the water, pull like this, you can, no problem in that. But then also, people used pulley mechanism when they discovered pulley, because it will make the work easy. They will pass the rope through the pulley and they will pull the rope, easily the water will come above. It will be more easier compared to throwing and by hand taking the rope. Are you feeling what I am trying to say? Not only that, even if you want to lift heavy weights or big rocks or logs of wood, they used pulley mechanism to pull those things easily with the help of pulley. So, pulley is a, what do you say, it is a mechanical device which helps your work easy. Okay. Now, I have a question for you. If I am having a pulley, assuming friction, no friction, nothing is there, mass is also not there, assuming, and I am having a string passing through it. Okay. In this string, I am getting a mass m1 and I am getting a mass m2. There are two masses m1, m2. You will definitely realize that tension is going to come in the string because both are hanging. The string will not be loose, it will be having tension. And one thing for your knowledge, tension in a single string will always be same. That is, if it is T, it will be T throughout the string. It is not like here T1, here T2. Same string, no, same tension. Okay. Now, my question is whether the pulley will move towards right or it will move towards left. Whether M2 will go down, M1 will go up, or M1 will go down, M2 will come up.
Sir, M1 will go down.
M1 will go down. How you decided, man? How you decided?
Sir, because mass 2 is having heavy.
How you can say I not told the value of M1, M2? No. Without knowing the value of M1, M2, how can you comment on that?
Yes, sir.
They will not move. Why? Same tension they will not move. Not like that. They will move. They will move depending on which is bigger. So, generally you will say that if I am having a 5 kg and 2 kg, it will move towards this. If I am having 20 kg and 7 kg, it will move towards that. So, you will see both the masses, you will compare and you will decide which side the body will move. Am I right? Okay. Now, if I am having another scenarios, there is a wedge. I talked about wedge in the last class, where I kept a wedge of angle theta, I kept a mass here and I resolved the mass into, this is mg, this became mg cos theta, that became mg sin theta. Remember yesterday's class? Yesterday's means last class. I hope you remember. You should remember. Okay. Now my question to you is, this is a mass m1. It is connected with a pulley and another mass m2 is hanging here. My question remains the same. Which side the body will move? Towards m1 or towards m2?
Sir,
Again you should, very good. Again, your name is Kirtana.
Yes, sir.
Kirtana says that we will compare. Until you give m1, m2, how you are asking me? m1 is more than m2, it will go towards m1. m2 is more than m1, it will go towards m2. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Don't think something is fishy. Yeah, fine, okay, okay. I agree with you. Third scenario.
They are laughing, sir.
Let them laugh. You worry about their laugh. Huh? Have confidence. I did not say you are wrong, right? Until now. Okay. Okay. So, don't worry about anything. Okay. Once again, the question is, there are two masses m1, m2 lying on a double wedge. Double wedge.
Sir, again, they
Again, you will decide based upon whether m1 is more or m2 is more. The body will go towards that. Common sense. I will give fourth condition. Okay, so theta, which theta is more you will decide? How will you decide? How theta plays a role, I am asking you. How? Where the theta is more, it will go that side.
less.
So here 30 degree,
Yes, sir.
2 kg, here 60 degree, 4 kg. Where the mass will go? I don't know. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Now I have fourth scenario. Double pulley. Let me make it a little more complicated. Which side the body will go? Once again you will say, Kirtana, which side the mass is more? That side only. Okay. You are not wrong completely, but you are not right also, unfortunately. I will tell you what mistake you are doing and what mistakes everybody will do. We should never ever compare masses. If you want to know which side the body is moving, stop the habit. Stop what? Not even started. In future, don't have a habit of comparing masses. What we should compare is the forces, not the masses. They are different. In this case, luckily it will work out, because here it will be having a force of m1g, here it will be having a force of m2g. When you compare m1g and m2g, gg will get cancelled, so you can compare m1 and m2, it will work here. 2 kg, 5 kg, if it is 5 kg, body will go this side. If this is more, it will go this side. But that theory will fail in these two scenarios. It may be 5 kg, it may be 4 kg, but the body may go this side. It may be 6 kg, it may be 3 kg, but the body may go that side. Totally depends upon the force, not the mass. So what I will do here? Here what is the force? m2g. Here what is the force? m1g sin theta. Check your previous class notes. So I am going to compare what? m2g and m1g sin theta. Which one is more? That side the body will go. I will not compare m1, m2. I will compare m2g with m1g sin theta. Same way here, this side what will act? m2g sin theta 2. And here what will act? m1g sin theta 1. I will compare these two. Whichever is more, the body will go towards that. In this case, it's simple actually. This case I will just compare m2g and m1g. If m2g is more or m1g is more, basically here the third thing will come. Because here we are going to have two rope condition. I will talk about this separately. At last today only I will talk, but not here because it will confuse you. So I will take this for the last of today's class. Let us talk about these three alone now. Okay? So, in these three scenarios, let me assume that M2G was more than M2G was more than M1G. I am just assuming for understanding and solving the equations. If M2G is more than M1G, this body goes down with a net force of M2A. This body comes up with a net force of M1A. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? If M1G would have been more than M2G, then this M1A will be downwards, M2A will be upwards, isn't it? But what happened? I have taken M2G is more than M1G, so body will go this down, this will go up. Now, equation making, most important part of this kind of topics. M1A will become equal to what minus what? T minus M1G. Do you agree with me? Since tension is more than M1G, that's why the body is moving upwards, no? So, upward greater force minus smaller force is the net force. If tension would have been more than M1G, only then the body can go up. If tension would have been less than M1G, the body will come down. Since the body is going up, I have written T minus M1G. Here what I will write? For M2A what I will write? Tell me. For M2A it will be M2G minus T, isn't it? Since M2G is more than T, that's why the body came down. Are you understanding this?
Sir, could you repeat it again?
I will repeat again. We are understanding that since M2G is more than M1G, the M2 body is going downward with the net force of M2A and M1 is going upward with the net force of M1A. Now, this M1A, the net force is coming. Why it is coming? Because T is more than M1G, isn't it? There are two forces acting. If I do it separately, you will understand maybe. M1 I am drawing. On M1, upwards tension, downwards M1G, and net force is upwards how much? M1A. Now, if T is more than M1G, then only the net force can act in upward direction. Right, manager? That's why I am writing M1A is equal to T minus M1G. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Same way, if I take M2 body separately, if I am drawing free body diagram, downward is M2G, upward is tension, net force is downwards M2A. If M2A is downwards, it means M2G is more than T, right, manager?
Yes, sir.
So, M2G minus T is equal to M2A. I hope it is clear to you. If it is clear to you, then with this equation, this is the base, this is skeleton. After that, question is given, solve after putting the values. But if you want to make an equation, you can make the equation also. How? Solve this equation, add both, TT will get cancelled. You will be getting M1 plus M2 into A will become equal to M2G minus M1G, which will become M2 minus M1 into G. So, from here you got the equation of acceleration. How much is that? Acceleration will become equal to M2 minus M1 by M2 plus M1 into G. This is the equation of acceleration of the object on a single pulley system. If you ask me, shall I mug up this? No need. If you know how to derive, why to mug up? But if you are having less time,
Excuse me, sir.
please tell me, Raitanya.
Sir, actually, in this particular topic, I'm not able to form equations, sir. I'm confused.
Which one you are talking about? These equations.
Yes, sir.
Completely you are not understanding anything.
No, sir, not like completely, but in some places in between.
I will start from once again from the beginning.
No, sir, just from the formation of equation is enough.
Okay, I will do once again for you. In a fast way I will do. So, I have a pulley, I have a mass M1, I have another mass M2, downward here M1G, upward tension, downward here M2G, upward tension. This diagram is clear to you, Raitanya? Be unmuted for some time, no problem. Be unmuted for some time, Raitanya, 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is the diagram clear to you?
Yes, sir.
I assumed M2G more than M1G. So, the net force will act like this, M2A, this side M1A, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I draw the free body diagram for M1, upward tension below M1G, net force is upward M1A, right Tanya?
Yes, sir.
If I draw the free body diagram of M2 separately, downward M2G, upward tension, net force downward M2G, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, see it separately. This body, M1 body, net force is M1A. Net force can be M1A, which is an upward direction, if the upward force is more than downward force. See, tug of war game is there. Okay. One side some people are pulling with 100 Newton. One side some people are pulling with 60 Newton. Who will win? Chaitanya. 100. Why 100 will win? Because 100 is more than 60. Right. So since 100 is more than 60, the body moved towards 100. Now I will ask you, what is the net force remaining now? 100 and 60. What is the net force?
Sir, net force.
One side 100, another side 40. What is the net force on the object?
Sir, 140.
Very good. Please pay attention, Chaitanya, no problem. This side 100 Newton, this side 40 Newton. Net force, we cannot add both here. Net force will be greater force minus smaller force, isn't it? That also only in the opposite direction. That also I have taught you one day. I told you F1, F2, root F1 square plus F2 square plus 2F1, F2 cos 180, and cos 180 is minus 1. That's why root over F1 square plus F2 square minus 2F1, F2, which will become root over F1 minus F2 the whole square, which will become F1 minus S2. Right, Tanya? Don't listen to anything. You will confuse more. But remember that when the forces are acting in same direction, net force is added. When the force are acting in opposite direction, net force will be greater force minus smaller force. Is it clear now? Layman's language?
Sir, actually, I thought it is from same direction.
Tug of war, you are having tug of war in same direction. Which country?
Sir,
Tug
I
of,
got different questions, sir. I thought both of these are different questions.
leave question here. I gave example of tug of war to you. 100 Newton, 40 Newton. Tug of war means opposite direction only, no yaar? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I hope you are getting the, you are understanding that net force will be 100 minus 40, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Which direction? Towards 100 or towards 40?
Sir, towards 100.
Yes, because it is more. So net force will be here, and how much will be the net force? 60 Newtons. Am I right?
Yes, sir. 100 minus 40 is 60.
Yes, thank you. So same way here, net force is M1A. And since net force is acting in the upward direction, the upward force must be more than downward force. So the net force will be T minus M1G. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir. No, I did.
Similarly, on M2 body, net force is acting in downward direction. How much? M2A. So M2A must be equal to M2G minus T.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, the body should have been moving in the upward direction. Then it will become T minus M2G. But now we know that body is moving in downward direction. It means M2A is equal to M2G minus T. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Now I understand.
Okay, thank you. So if you have understood this,
Thank you.
yes. So from here, A became equal to M2 minus M1 by M2 plus M1 into G, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no issues. So if you want to frame the equation of tension, we can frame the equation of tension also from here. If you want, then if I subtract both, then I will get M1A minus M2A is equal to T minus M1G minus M2G plus T. Can I write like this? So if I take A common, it will become M1 minus M2, and here it will become 2T. Here if I take G common, it will become M1 plus M2. I have made more complicated, okay, no problem. So, A value I already got from there, m2 minus m1 by m2 plus m1 into g. This much tension you want to do, I should have done m2a minus m1, that is more easy, no? So, m2a minus m1 if I am doing. There are many ways to solve this. I can put the value of a directly here and I can get tension equation. That also I can do, your wish. But now I am doing m2a minus m1a. m2a minus m1a will become equal to m2g minus t plus m1g, right? So, if I take a common, it will become m2 minus m1, and this side if you take g common, it will become m2 plus m1, right, and minus 2t, right. Now, a value already we have got, m2 minus m1 by m2 plus m1 into g into again m2 minus m1 unwanted tension is equal to g into m2 plus m1 minus 2t. Not required, but okay, since I have started, let me end it. Yeah, some space came. So, now I will solve this further. So, it will become 2t is equal to, this I will bring this side. So, g I will take common, I am going to get m2 plus m1 and minus m2 minus m1 the whole square divided by m2 plus m1, am I right? I am doing basic calculation, don't think I am doing integration and differentiation something. Very basic addition subtraction only I am doing. Looks complicated, you are in 11th standard, this is a very simple thing for you. 2t is equal to g into square it will become. So, m2 square plus m1 square plus 2 m2 m1 minus m2 square, let it bracket itself, plus m1 square minus 2 m2 m1 divided by m2 plus m1, when it will get over. If I open the bracket, then this will become negative, more tension only. Let me open here, 2t is equal to g into, open the bracket, it will become m2 square plus m1 square plus 2 m1 m2 minus m2 square minus m1 square plus 2 m1 m2. Okay, answer is coming. Have patience. m2 plus m1. These two gets cancelled. This 2 gets cancelled. Finally, this 2 will cancel this. That is, if you don't want to cancel that, you can write 2t is equal to 4 m1 m2 into g by m1 plus m2, isn't it? 4 m1 m2 into g by m1 plus m2. Yes, I hope you are understanding this. Is it clear to you? So, this 2 will cancel this 2, and finally you will get t is equal to 2 m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Once again I am repeating, all these things are not required. As a teacher I am telling you, if you frame these two equations, no, what they will give in question? m1 they will give, m2 they will give, they will ask you to find t or they will ask you to find a. Make the equation and solve, get the answer. Why this is useful? If you are sitting in competitive examination where you don't have time, then you can remember. Acceleration is equal to greater mass minus smaller mass by total mass into g, and tension is equal to 2 times of m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 into g. So for those people who are having a focus of only competitive examination, they can remember this formula A and T. That too, this formula is valid only for a single pulley system. If I have 2 pulley, I have 3 bodies, if I have wedge, if I have something, every condition, I can make 100 conditions. And 100 conditions will have 100 A and 100 T. How much you will remember? You cannot remember, right? So the best way of solving this kind of complicated things is just make this equation and put the values in the question. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Sure? I hope there is no problem. Can I proceed further? Can I proceed further? Copy something. Don't copy all this calculation. Just copy this tension formula and acceleration formula. It is required for you. And this equation is definitely must. I know it is becoming a little heavy, but reality is this is not heavy still. 11th physics is much, much beyond this. Yes. Newtons. Tension is a force, man. Force will have Newton, isn't it? Basically, I am into some 11th concepts now. That's why it looks little tough. I am going beyond bridge course. Bridge course was over last class itself. Now, the same thing I will teach in 11th class also. That's why it looks little tough to you, nothing else. Because easy part I finished in the last class today, but today I want to teach you all this. It is required. Again, I am repeating, no need of copying all the equations. Why to waste time? Up to here, is it clear to you? This was only for this system. Shall I take another system? That wedge system and solve? Can I go to the next page?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Shish. Here. Okay. Now, please, let us talk about the system which I have drawn earlier also, and I want everybody sitting here to make an equation. M2 and M1. I gave you a hint. You have to resolve the forces. This is theta. This will become M2G, and this will become M2G what? Cos theta. Remember or not here? And this side you will have M2G sin theta, and obviously normal force will be acting here, and tension will act like this. Downwards we will have M1G. I am assuming M1G to be more than M2G sin theta. Now solve the equation, make the equation fast. If M1G is more than M2G sin theta, I am requesting everybody to make your own equations fast. I will check with you how much you have made. M1G is assumed to be more than M2G sin theta. Made the equations. Since I assumed m1g to be more than m2g sin theta, the net force will be acting like this m1a, isn't it? And this side in this direction m2a. Now drawing the free body diagram of m1, downward m1g, upward tension, net force m1a. Drawing the m2 free body diagram, this side m2g sin theta, this side tension, and this side m2a. I hope it is clear to you, isn't it? Then tell me the equations. So, first equation will be told by Sayanaga. You made the equation for this first body?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
M1A is equals to M1G minus 2.
Good. Bharatraj. See now you see and tell me. That's all over. No problem after this. Now don't sit and start solving for A and T, not required. You made the equation, if question is given, put the values, get the answer, isn't it? I hope you are understanding. What is important here, what you are learning is how to frame the equation. This equation framing only is what you are learning in this class. I am not at all interested in making you to find what is A, what is T for each case. No, not required. It is basic mathematics. This is concept. Shall I give another condition? I hope all of you are getting this. Anybody has doubt, ask me. No doubt, can I go to the next page? Okay, then take this condition. Yes, fast. Now I am giving values to you. Make the equation, okay? Or find the tension and acceleration. Let me make the question a little more complicated. Find tension and acceleration. Find both, okay? Here it is 5 kg mass. Here it is 10 kg mass. I hope you have verified where the body is moving, towards 10 or towards 5? Towards 10. Okay, maybe fine. This side you will have 10 g sine 60, isn't it? If you solve and find the value, it will become 100 into root 3 by 2. So 50 root 3, am I right? Newton's force. And this side you are going to have 5 g sine 30, sine 30 is 1 by 2, so 25, am I right? So this side I am going to have 25 Newton force, this side I am going to have 50 root 3 Newton force, that will be bigger obviously. So the equation will form like, this side you will have 10a and this side I will have 5a. So I am going to have the equation like 5a is equal to T minus what? That is 25, directly you write. Why to waste time? I found this value, no? and second equation will become 10a is equal to what? 50 root 3 minus t, isn't it? Now see, if it becomes very simple after that, add both, tt will get cancelled, 15a will become equal to 50 root 3 minus 25. Solve this, a will become equal to whatever you solve, 50 root 3 minus 25 divided by 15. When you solve, you will get the answer. Is it clear to you? When you solve this much meter per second square will be the answer. And how will you find tension? Put the a value here, solve, get the tension value, isn't it? Secondary, you do it later, not a problem. But is it clear to you or not? Is it clear to you or not? Sure? Okay. Now, can I go to the next page? Can I go to the next page? Huh? No or yes, Kirtan, what you said? Yeah. Fast. Shall I proceed? Okay. Now this yeah, tell me what you're asking, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
I said yes, sir.
okay. What if? In which? Tension cannot change if the rope is same. But since you asked, let me give a scenario to you. This scenario itself will have different tension. Because the ropes are changing. I am having a mass of 5 kg. There are two ropes, right? One rope passing this side, having a mass of how much? Let me assume 10 kg. And another rope here, having a mass of how much? Assume 20 kg. Okay. Now you determine the forces on the body, or you tell me what is the value of tension and acceleration of system. Solve it. Think and solve. Obviously, I said you, tension remains same for the single rope. Here how many ropes you have? So you will take T1 here and T2 there. Don't take same TT. In this case, if you are taking T1, then here you will take T2. Action reaction T1 T1. Here also action reaction T1 T2. I have helped you now. Now you make it. It became simple. Downward, what you will get? 100 newtons, 10 G, and here how much you will get? 200 G, 200 newtons, 20 G. Right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Have you tried to frame the equations? We said the body will move towards 200 or towards 100? Obviously 200, common sense. So here the thing will be, if you ask me how I am confirming that the body will move towards this side, see common sense, see here. If it is 200, this tension will also be 200. This side 200, this side 100, which is more? That is only more, isn't it? So this net force will be 20A. Here the body will move upwards, that force will be 10A. And we said the body will move this side, the force will be 5A. So I have three unknowns here, A, T1, T2. So I'll have three equations here. What are the equations? 10A will become equal to T1 minus 100. Do you agree? 20A will become equal to 200 minus T2. Do you agree? And T2 minus T1 will become equal to 5A, isn't it? 5A will be what minus what? T2 minus T1. You have three unknowns, you have three equations. Solve by whatever method you are comfortable, simultaneous equation solving, by a substitution method, elimination method, whatever you like, you solve, and later you can solve, not now, later you can solve and you will get the answer of T1, T2 and acceleration. So, if you have 3 unknowns, you will have 3 equations required to solve it, isn't it? That much math you know, I hope. So, today up to now, something you are asking? Anybody is asking something? Can I proceed?
Sir, the time is due, sir.
What, Varshini?
Sir, in this case, separate values you will get for T1 and T2, no, sir?
Yes, we will get separate values, obviously, yes.
Should we subtract T2 minus T1 for net tension?
Net tension means net tension is string. Yes, you can subtract if you want to, if they ask to find that.
Okay.
Okay. So, today I will not go more than this. If I go more than this, you will start hating physics now itself. See, again I am repeating, physics is something which only with interest you can like. Nobody can force you. And interest will come if you try to ask why, how, solve, only then. 11th and 12th physics is not going to be like 9th or 10th, which was mix of theory and numericals, less of numericals, more of theory, simple things, confined things, light, human eye, magnetism, electricity, isn't it? You would have enjoyed 10th physics. You can enjoy 11th physics also. See the enjoyment. Okay? So, here also you can enjoy, given that you are somebody who is liking this, right? If you are liking, then you will start loving physics. And in your higher classes like 11th and 12th, until you are too much involved in the subject, you cannot get marks itself. Don't think, why I am studying this much, I am not getting the marks, because you are not studying with concept. Many children I have seen sitting with book day and night, but result comes, nothing comes, because their way of preparation is not correct. What is the correct way of preparation then? Correct way of preparation is, one topic you studied, that day itself sit with the questions, solve, get doubts, ask teachers, clear the doubts, you will become strong in that. Don't procrastinate things, and never ever think that things are going to be easy. Nobody is saying you that. I am itself telling you, next 2 years you are going to have the toughest time of your life. If you don't want that, now also you can stop studying, ask your parents to open a shop for you, give it for you, and you can run, no problem in that. But if you are thinking that, no, I want to study, then be ready for next 2 years of hustling. It is a real hustle. You are not going to, like, every day will feel like challenge for you. Now you are in vacation, so no problem. 11th starts, 12th starts, you will have that pain from all the sides. And if you take up the exams like JEE and NEET, it becomes more stressful. I am not against NEET, I am not against JEE. They are competitive examinations, will help you in getting a national level competition. But if you want to compete there, you have to get that brain. Brain means attitude. Leave your brain, attitude should be there, that fighting attitude. And that can come only with lot of hard work. So, there is, smartness is one thing, but hard work is always going to win. How much ever smart you are, if you are not working hard, then you are going to struggle only. So, have a habit of working hard from now itself, and you will definitely achieve your dream. See, till 10th, you are studying not for any dream, you are studying because it was asked to study. With 10th marks, do you get anything in your life? Can you go and join some college? Can you go and join some engineering or medical or anything? Nothing you can do. 10th mark is only a number to give you some motivation. Okay, I got this. To today's time, any school you can join with any marks. Only thing what you should understand now is, your 11th and 12th are career shaping classes. Here if you do any kind of wrong mistake or anything not serious, it will directly impact your career. Your life goals will itself change. So, if you want to accomplish something, I want to become a doctor, I want to become an engineer, I want to become a pilot, I want to become anything that you have thought of becoming, that can only be fulfilled by these 2 years, irrespective of how you are in 10th. I was very strong in 10th. You can remain strong, or you can become down also. I was very weak in 10th. You can become much stronger, or you can become much weaker also. So it is all about a new time. Don't compare yourself with 10th. If you are a topper of your school, or if you are a average score of your school, all are now in the same bucket. Hereafter, how you take the things further will only make your future. Okay? Don't have the ego that I am already getting 90% in 10th. What will happen in 11th? You will fail in 11th if you don't take it seriously. 10th and 11th have no relation, believe me, no relation. You are seeing no how it is going. So it's all about understanding and learning. So with this, I am going to end my class today. I am going to meet you one more time in the next week, where I am going to teach you about the work, energy and power of the topic, or maybe gravitation, something I will choose and teach. And friction I thought of teaching, I have not taught you, but I have taught much things beyond my expectation. Okay? So today practice the questions from here. I will send the practice sheet in the app, download the practice worksheet and solve the questions how much you can solve. Okay? Take care, bye bye, we will meet again.